Hey guys, Gretchen here. So I'm here with Bach Remedies group 3 of 7. This one is for people who have difficulty being present, being happy in their current circumstances. They just can't be here. They don't want to be here. They want to be in the future. They want to be in the past. They want to just be like, whatever, floating around apathetically, kind of like, whatever, dude. Yeah. So, the first one we're going to start with is going to be chestnut bud. So, the chestnut bud is for people who are unable to learn from their mistakes. Oh, before I get going with this, boiling method, sun method. Boiling method, 30 minutes. Take the plant matter out, half water, same or water, equal amount brandy, half and half. That's your mother tincture. Bottles, 2 drops, not droppers, drops in each bottle. Mother tinctures need to be pure. Sun method is 3 hours in the sun, strain, same thing, equal parts water, equal parts water, brandy, 2 drops per thing. Um, the water needs to be a natural water. Do not use tap water for this. Tap water has no real great energetics because of all the chemicals and the treatment plants and the pipes and the way it's been forced to your sink. So please use natural water for this, natural potable water for this. If you need to put your natural water through a filter, go for it. Just don't use tap water. Anyway, so where were we? Chestnut bud. Chestnut bud is going to be boiling method. All right, so the chestnut bud. This one is for people who don't take full advantage of the experience. They Whereas, like, some people, if they got burned by a stove, they would stop touching the stove. It's for people who will keep touching that stove, people who keep going back to the same bad circumstances, people who can't break those habits, people who don't learn the first time, people who don't learn the 71st time. That's who chestnut bud is good for. It will greatly help break those cycles of the past, allow them to be present, allow them to be present to create their own, the correct energies in their bodies. Next up is going to be clematis. So clematis is going to be the sun method. So this is for people who are just kind of daydreamy. They're like, they float around. They're really kind. They're gentle. They're not necessarily happy, lovey, go for it, kind of joyful, yay, life is happening people. They're very daydreamy. They live in the future and they always hope that it's going to be better tomorrow. Oh, it'll be better tomorrow. I'm just going to kind of float through today. When they get ill, they may, just kind of be like, well, if I get better, I get better. If I don't, if I die, I die. If I get better, I get better. So this is the kind of these kind of quiet people. They're not even really super happy in their own circumstances, and you can tell that they're not happy. They're not super depressive, but you can tell they're just not full of joy, not full of that life. Some may even um, look forward to death, which is, strange. Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is the boiling method. So honeysuckle are people who live too much in the past. They live in times of great happiness or memories of those loved ones lost or ambitions that they didn't get to realize. Like as a youngster, like they may have thought, hey, so I'd like excel at this, and then they kept going up in the notches. Say they excelled at kickboxing, and then they would go up to the next level, and they didn't. There were so many more people that were so much better than them, and then they got to the next level, but then they just got knocked out of that, and they thought they would be like on top of the world, right? And they didn't do that. So this is honeysuckles for people who really ruminate on things like that, or they just think about the one that got away, or they think about like their best friend that they lost in high school and they may be in their 50s and they're still like living it like it's that same day. First of all, get some help with that trauma because clearly it affects you way more, but this will definitely help with that too. We're here to gain experience and knowledge, but we can't do that if we don't move forward, if we allow ourselves to be stuck. So honeysuckle really helps with that healing aspect. Next up, we have mustard. So the mustard flower is going to be the boiling method. These are people who are gloomy, despair, big cloud, big cold, dark, cloudy shadow hanging over them and around them. They just hide. It hides their light. It hides their joy. Not even really no reason for the attacks. It's they wake up one day and they're just like, meh. And then there's a big dark cloud around them, and they're just like, whatever. Um, Under these conditions, they can maybe try to fake being happy and cheerful, although it would be really difficult. These guys will be probably pretty easy to spot physically because it's going to be difficult for them to fake happiness or cheeriness. I mean, gloom is a pretty oppressive kind of feeling, and it's going to be very fair. I would feel it's going to be very fairly evident in their energy bodies and their physical body, on their face, in their mannerisms, or they're all closed off, that kind of thing. So that will help with the mustard healing herbs will help with that. It'll be the flowers, and these are going to be the flowers on all of these. So the olive flower, those who have suffered much mentally or physically, and this is going to be a sun method. These are also people who are exhausted. They feel like they've got nothing left to give. They're worn out. They're worried. They're just weary. Their skin is probably all wrinkled up and dry. They're just nervous Nellies. Oh, I can't. I just can't make it another step further. I don't know. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to worry about this and worry about that. I'm just going to be so tired. I don't know. I'm so tired. I can't be here in this time. I don't want to be here in this time. Can I get to the future where it might be happier? I'm so tired right now. I'm just going to sleep until the future gets here. Is that okay? These are the clients you're going to want to look for to mix in that olive into whatever it is that you're mixing for them. If they are showing those signs, you're going to mix that olive energetic in with whatever other ones it is for their personalized prescription. Next up, we have white chestnut. White chestnut is boiling method, and these are for people who cannot prevent their thoughts, ideas, arguments, and they don't even want them in their minds. These are people who constantly live with too many browser tabs open on the screen in their brain. They started with one main one and then boom, 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 boom. They're all open. Oh, they just can't do it. And it doesn't matter if they start at this memory or they start on this thought, instead of just focusing on that one thought, they end up with all these other thoughts open, right? And this one could have been a good thought that they were started with. But then they end up with all these other browser windows open and they end up going down the rabbit hole. Like they started with this good thing, they were really great intentions, but it just ended up into this horrific death trap spiral in their own brain. And now they've got so many things going on that they can't chill it. So white chestnut will help that. I call it the chitter chatter in the brain. It's called Chitta Vritti in yoga. White chestnut will definitely help give those negative thoughts a timeout, especially if they keep circling back to the same negative thoughts and they just really need to break that habit, that pattern. All right, next up we have wild rose. Wild rose, for those who, without sufficient reason, become resigned to anything that happens. This one is the boiling method. These are people who are just like, whatever, just gonna glide through life, take it as it comes. I'm not gonna try to excel at anything. I'm not gonna try to change my path. They just surrender to the struggle without complaint. They didn't even go down with the fight, dudes. They're just like, okay, this is my life. I'm not gonna even attempt to improve it. This is just what it is. I'm gonna work until I die. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Instead of taking the steps to improve it, getting that mindset, getting that water energy in their bodies reset to that positive. I'm rare and I'm valuable. I deserve so much better and I deserve all this happiness. So these are the ones who just have just given up, resignation. They're just this unobservant passenger on the journey of life. Um, and but that could also be super dangerous because that leaves you very open to peer pressure. Because you're just like, whatever happens, happens. I'll go with the flow, see what happens, kind of thing. Leaves you open to peer pressure, leaves you open to a lot of dangerous situations. So Wild Rose will be really great for those clients of yours who are in that mindset. Again, we went through how to prepare these bad boys at the beginning, and you're going to want to make each one separately, and then you'll make your bottles based on your um, clients' needs. You just mix in the proper herbs that you need. I hope you enjoyed this video. We have 4 more in the Bach Remedy series sets. If you enjoy this, then I do a lot of Reiki videos, sound bath videos, vibrational healing. I also do some yoga and trauma. I do some of my in real life trauma group postings on here when I have requests from them. So, and I know a lot of you guys really enjoy those. I might actually start posting those after I finish all the Usui Grandmaster stuff, because that's right now I just need that to be off of my little checklist. I do have an event coming up this Sunday, so I do thank you guys all for your patience. Plus, I'm writing my textbook for the Master Vibrational Healer certification series. So, if you enjoy these kind of videos, all of that just came out of my mouth, please hit that subscribe button for me. And until next time, namaste and satnam.